They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, and they go right back to blue. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
On first down, it's blue. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. Underneath to Allen. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Stafford.
Not open. That's Jamar Chase complete.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Stafford.
Looking deep here for Chase. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Omaha, ready, move.
Now Stafford.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Well, that's one way, and a good way, to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there, and it leaves him in a good spot here. 2nd down and inches upcoming.
2nd and inches at the 12-yard line.
Now Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team bones it away.
They'll try to run a reverse here. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they try to go for...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Dante Thornton.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
Double right. 70.
Here's Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Second and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Najee Harris, 25 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Now Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Throwing is Stafford. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the
25.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw is Prescott.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this down to the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Prescott. And it'll be intercepted.
Hooked off by Quan Martin. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
3rd catch in his first half for him, and this one is a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. To throw is Stafford. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here's Stafford. Rolling to his right. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
31-yard line.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Saints 21, Cardinals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Throwing, Prescott.
That's complete. Lambert Smith.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Now it's Stafford.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Another catch there for Waddle.
On the gain of 3 on the play. Now they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Stafford.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Pretty much
much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yaya Diaby in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Prescott now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. On the counter, ETN. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Dancing, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown.
Deebo Samuel, 32 yards. And the Cards have cut it back within a score.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for two.
The Cardinals will line up for the two-point conversion.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
18. Wishnowski set to kick
Here
off.
is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to throw, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Hamler now on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And just like that, it's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Into space at the 45. And all the way up to the 46. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing is Stanford. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Harris trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jerron Bentley. And the Cards are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Stafford going to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Dak. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Prescott.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, Prescott. That's complete yet again to Thornton. Now 1st and goal. Now Prescott.
This is caught.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Dak.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
At the 23-yard line.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And when you're in a 1-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On the give, this is Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Saints, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.